Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Goldfish Gladiators. So today, we are heading to Standard on Magic Arena to play one of my favorite decks, and in some ways, this is kind of an update. You might remember, back before rotation, maybe 6 months ago now, right after Dominaria came out, I believe, or M19, we played 5-color dragons in Standard, and with the release of Guilds of Ravnica, we get some really powerful new additions, and today, we're heading back to Standard to just play every sweet, powerful dragon possible, and looking to just overwhelm our opponent with massive flyers in the air, back it up with some good removals, some tricky planeswalkers, and hopefully just smash our opponent into oblivion by casting massive threat into massive threat into massive threat until they can no longer keep up with us. So that's the plan for today. 5-color dragons for Standard. A quick reminder before we break down the deck. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Goldfish Gladiators in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk 5-color dragons, starting with, well, the non-dragons in the deck. So the cards that really make this deck work are Sarkhan, Fireblooded, and also Dragon's Horde. So since we are playing 5 colors of dragons, and dragons tend to be really expensive, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, these are the cards that really make the deck function, coming down on turn 3 and primarily fixing our mana and also ramping us. So Sarkhan, we occasionally use it to loot through our deck to find what we need. Really powerful ability. Eventually, we sometimes ultimate it and make a bunch of dragons, but really the idea is we play this on turn 3, and then on turn 4, we untap with it, we get plus 2 mana of any color to cast our dragons, which means we can start slamming 6 mana dragons on turn number 4, which is super powerful. And then Dragon's Horde, not quite as explosive at ramping as Sarkhan is, only adding 1 extra mana, so we play on turn 3, we have 5 mana on turn number 4. However, it has an additional upside, where in the late game, we can start tapping it to remove the gold counters we get from playing dragons to draw more cards, which finds us more dragons, which gets us more gold counters, which draws us more cards. So it's like this endless cycle. So in the early game, it's ramping us into our dragons, fixing our mana. Late game, it is this insane card advantage engine. So these are the 2 cards that really make the deck work. Beyond them, we're just casting dragon after dragon after dragon. So we start off with our 6 mana dragons, which are some of the most powerful cards in our deck, because if we have a Sarkhan on turn 3, we can start casting them on turn 4. So Lathliss Dragon Queen, kind of a weird dragon. It is one of our least impactful dragons when it comes into play. Like, if we cast it and our opponent immediately Ravenous Chupacabras it, we don't really get any value from it. On the other hand, if it sits out on the battlefield long enough for us to cast just 1 additional dragon, we're getting a 5/5 dragon as a kicker for every dragon that we cast, which is just absolutely insane and quickly takes over the game. And then we can even pump our dragons if we want to, if we need to get in more damage. We follow that up with a bunch more 6 mana dragons. The best dragon in our deck, most of the time, is Niv-Mizzet Parun. Can't be countered, so it's great against control. Pings our opponent, generates card advantage. It just really does everything. The mana cost, it is a little bit troubling, but thanks to Dragon's Horde and Sarkhan, and the fact that our mana base is weighted primarily towards red and blue lands, we can usually cast it without too much trouble. Then we have a couple of interesting dragons in the 6 mana slot. Palladium Morse the Ruiner is a card that looks strange. It looks like one of the worst dragons, but I've actually found it to be really effective in a lot of matchups. It has this weird pseudo hexproof until it deals damage, so it can't die right away, so it's almost guaranteed to get in 1 attack for 6, and then if our opponent doesn't have an answer, the combination of vigilance and flying means we're smashing in for 6, and we still have this huge blocker back. And then Vivictus Asadami the Dire, another one of dragon, but it does something that no other dragon does, which is gets rid of anything on the battlefield when it attacks. So this is this weird main deck hedge against planeswalkers, for example. It gets rid of a Teferi. It gets rid of annoying enchantments. Search for Escanta. It can get rid of annoying lands. So having this card that gets rid of anything is really nice. And we can occasionally just like sacrifice random lands that we don't need anymore and maybe flip into really powerful dragons for free. Otherwise, Nicopolas the Ravager, Varix Bladewing are cheapest dragons. These are the dragons that are best if we don't happen to have our dragon ramp. Nicopolas just really good on its own, eventually flips into a really powerful planeswalker. Varix Bladewing is one of the most vanilla dragons in our deck, but it is nice because of its flexibility. We can cast it on turn 4 with no ramp and have a 4/4 flyer. If we do have our ramp, we can kick it, get double the dragons, which is a lot of value for its 7 mana cost with Kicker. Otherwise, we have 2 more 1-of dragons on the top end of our curve, and these are dragons that are mostly good in different situations. Chromium is one of our best options against control, another can't be counter dragon, so you combine this with 3 copies of Niv-Mizzet, and we have a lot of cards just absolutely wreck control decks. And then Darkaz Reincarnated is kind of funny. It is a dragon that often comes out of nowhere and just kills our opponent. We get in a couple hits of damage with our other dragons, and then we're just waiting to draw Darkaz off the top, smash in with this hasty 7/7 with trample, and hopefully just end the game on the spot. So those are the dragons. The rest of the deck, the other massive new Guilds of Ravnica addition to this deck is Deafening Clarion. Deafening Clarion is so good in this deck. It gives us an early game sweeper, which is really important against aggro. The other thing is, our deck does a really good job, sort of like Is It Drake's, of taking advantage of the lifelink ability. So our creatures are all massive. None of them die to Deafening Clarion. So a lot of times we're casting Deafening Clarion, sweeping our opponent's board, or most of our opponent's board, and also giving a dragon or 2 lifelink, which is like a huge life swing. We're gaining huge chunks, 10 life, 12 life, 15 life, which often just puts the game out of reach against aggro. There's even times when we just cast it purely for the lifelink, just to gain a huge chunk of life. And then Settle the Wreckage, another backup sweeper for targeted removal. Shivan Fire for the early game, Lava Coil to deal with drakes and rekindling phoenixes. Fight with Fire gets rid of bigger things. Split Flame, awesome in this deck because it keeps coming back from our graveyard. We have like so many dragons that we're killing something in the early game, then eventually in the late game we cast a dragon, get it back, kill something else, cast another dragon, get it back, kill something else. So it kind of becomes this really slow wrath as we're casting all of our dragons. We're just killing everything with Spit Flame. Manabase, we're not going to talk about all the lands. There's just too many. Trust me, there's a million shocklands and buddy lands. We have Unclaimed Territory, Ruptured Spire is 5-color lands, a ton of buddy lands or check lands, a bunch of shocklands, some basic lands. In the sideboard for aggro, one of the upsides of being a 5-color deck is we literally just get to play all the best sideboard cards for whatever situation we want. So for aggro, Moment of Craving to deal with things like Adanto, Lava Coil to deal with recursive threats, another Settle is an additional wrath. For control, we get Negates, Expansion Explosion, which is kind of a counter spell for counter rewards and also a finisher. Eldest Reborn, Vraska's Contempt gets rid of Planeswalkers, generates some repeatable value. Invoke the Divine to get rid of Experimental Frenzies, Ixalan's Bindings, gain us some life along the way. Deathgorge Scavenger to eat Arclight Phoenixes from graveyards, also gains life against aggro. And that is 5-color dragons for standard. And that's our Goldfish Gladiator deck for this week. So I'm looking forward to this one. I just love the dragon deck. It is one of my favorite decks to play. You get 5 colors, you're casting these huge threats, you're drawing tons of cards and playing Planeswalkers. It's just a really, really fun deck to play. And the updates we get from Guilds of Ravnica really help out the deck. Niv-Mizzet is insane. Deafening Clarion is insane. So really excited to give this deck a shot now. So anyway, let's get to the gameplay, see how 5-color dragons works in Guilds of Ravnica standard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. Alright, Goldfish Gladiator time. We are playing... Oh no. 5-color dragons. Mulliganing. Oh no. Oh no! Alright. Go, 3-card hand Varix to the bottom, go. This is not the dream scenario. We would prefer more than 5 cards. Island for our opponent. Alright, looks like Drakes. Well, let's see how good our opponent's hand is. Ooh, Nicol Bolas is good. That is a good draw. Opponent mills Electromancer and Island. I mean, maybe this 5-card hand can get there. It's not the worst. Well, Shivan Fire. Not going to let our opponent go off with Electromancer. Untap. Play the forest, play Dragon Sword. Pass the turn. I mean, so we are to Nicol Bolas / Sarkhan and working towards Niv-Mizzet. Even if our opponent plays a Drake here, yeah. Okay. 1/4 draws a card. Well, playing a Kobolas. Opponent's got to discard a card. We get a Dragon Sword counter. Discards a shock. We play the tap land. Pass the turn. Opponent, alright, has a Lava Coil for Kobolas. And an Opt. Unfortunately, we have a basic forest, so we can't cast Niv-Mizzet this turn. We need a way to kill Crackles. That's our main objective. Opponent gets in for 4. Yup, down to 16. Chart of course, draws a couple. Mountain. Well, alright, so Dragon's Horde, draw a card. Play the mountain. Well, play Sarkin. Let's loot. This is a little risky. Alright, that's fine. That still gets us to Niv-Mizzet. Yeah, our 5 cardness might be coming back to bite us. Electromancer. Radical idea. Chart of course. Discards a land. Island. Opponent. Going face? Okay. Goes face, passes. Well, unclaimed territory on Dragon. Niv-Mizzet. Opponent's going to cast their cantrips while they can. Opponent opts. Resolves. So we get a counter on Dragon Sword. Loot with Sarkin. Get rid of Settle. Ping. Yeah, let's just ping Electromancer. This means if our opponent plays a spell, we get to kill it. Pass the turn. Well, come on, no answers to Niv-Mizzet. We were kind of far away from casting Settle. What do you got, opponent? Sulfur Falls. They can't just go to town chaining cantrips, or they get pretty wrecked by Niv-Mizzet. Enigma Drake. Okay. Arclight Phoenix. They just got all the big flyers. Well, unfortunately, we got to trade with Crackles. And we're pretty low on life. Nothing. Loot with Sarkin. Actually, let's... yeah. Discard Dragon Sword. Kobolas. Draw with Dragon Sword. Deafening Clarion. Yeah. That does it. Well, for having a 5-card starting hand, and our opponent having a pretty good Drake hand, we put up a reasonable fight for how bad of a start that was for us. So we get a Lava Coil. We get... I guess we can go down a couple... The Deafening Clarions are not as good. We'll go down a couple Deafening Clarions. Maybe go down Vivictus in this matchup. Go up the Death Gorge Scavengers. And then... Maybe we go down one Varix for Expansion Explosion. I guess Faraska's Contempt is also good, although we kind of have a lot of ways to kill Drakes. Let's try like that and just hope we get a regular starting hand. I feel like our deck should be pretty good at going over the top of Drakes if we have a reasonable start. Alright. This is better. Steam untapped, pass the turn. Pow that. Tap lands. Well, Rootbound Crag, pass the turn. Island. And Chart a Course. Alright, well, we get to get down Sarkin here. Discards a Phoenix. Well, play Rootbound Crag, play Sarkin. Loot, discard, Island. Pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. And there's Enigma Drake, sure. Do we want a Laughless or do we want to kill Enigma Drake? Laughless is big. I mean, I guess we just got a Laughless. I think that's what we gotta do. So, unclaimed territory on Dragon. Take up for mana. I mean, this is pretty high upside if we just draw another Dragon next turn. And a 6/6, it should be hard for our opponent to kill. That's a big old Dragon. And once we start making 5/5s, I'm not sure how our opponent gets past that. Discovery. Okay. And we have a ton of removal in hand. This is going much better than game one. Having more cards will do that. Yes. We will not get greedy. Sure, you hit Sarkin. Island. And more discoveries. I guess there's a bit of a risk they get like 1,000,000 Arclights in their graveyard. We should do an Arclight check. 1 Arclight. Oh, and a Death Gorge. Good God. Alright, so loot with Sarkin. Discard a Shivan Fire. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Play Lava Coil on Enigma Drake. Play Death Gorge Scavenger. Eat the Arclight Phoenix. Sure. And yeah, I mean, I guess we're getting in. If they can haste in and hit our Sarkin, okay. But I think our best bet now is just to close out the game. We got the Laughless. Our opponent's got not much. In a world of 4 toughness flyers, Laughless really is the queen. Why does no one ever play Laughless? I mean, I guess it's pretty bad against like Chupacabras and stuff. It just dies, but opponent. More discoveries. Yeah, finds another Arclight. They gotta get it back this turn or kill Scavenger, though. Or Scavenger just eats it. Alright, kill Scavenger. We draw land. Well, loot with Sarkin. Discard Dragon Skull Summit into Sarkin. Well, go attacking. We're not going to pump. We're just going to play Sulfur Falls, pass the turn. This lets us leave up kicked Shivan Fire to kill a Drake if our opponent has one. Chart a Course. Also, unkicked gets rid of, temporarily at least, a Arclight. And then next turn, we can just go pump, win. Bonnet. I mean, this has went incredibly smooth. This card's a Beacon Bolt. Alright. Well, that does get rid of Laughless. Oh, now we draw Dragon. Well, Sarkin, discard Sarkin. Play Nicol Bolas. Make our opponent discard. Yeah, let's just pass. Save the land in case we want to discard it. I'm assuming our opponent's beacon bolting again. Alright, or they have lava coil. Radical idea. So opponent's on the get back a Phoenix plan. Hopefully it's just one. Radical idea. Yep, gets a Phoenix. Well, yeah, we'll just Shiv and Fire. We could use another big dragon. Oh lord. Alright, Steam Vent's untapped. Take up for mana. Pass the turn. That is another big dragon! We have unclaimed territory. Oh boy. Oh, Chromium surprise. Opponent's gonna get back their Arclight, and we are going to teach them a lesson. They're probably wondering why we played the mana untapped. Ooh, another Arclight. Okay. Hell, that is 2 Arclights. They gotta keep Sarkin from... Yeah, radical idea, sure. So 2 Arclights are coming back. Well, let's see how our opponent attacks. If they don't send them both at Sarkin, we should win. Sarkin, well, alright. Chromium. Block an Arclight. Loot with Sarkin. Go attacking. And pass the turn. Alright, opponent. We might be able to win with Invisible Stalker version of Chromium. Our opponent's at 1. So we can discard a card in response to Beacon Bolt, and then we can discard a card next turn, whatever we draw, to make it unblockable. I don't think I've ever won with a Invisible Stalker Chromium before. That might actually be relevant, because they're going to have a ton of flying blockers. Flying recursive blockers. Opponent, thinking it over. They realize they can't get through. They can't get through the Chromium. Well, that went much better. That was a much better performance for our deck. Yeah, I guess we keep it like that. That went well. When we're not mulling to 5, our deck does some sweet things. Alright, so we're on the draw here for game number 3. Oh no. 1 land. Well, at least our opponent's also mulliganing. Alright, we will keep this. We have no dragons, but we have mana. And our mana's not horrible, especially with Dragon's Horde and Sarkin. And we'll keep Spitflame. That's a really good removal spell against our opponent's deck. Mount and go. Oddly worried about Electromancer here, just letting our opponent go off. Alright, just a chart, of course. Discards a radical idea. Well, play Dragon Skull Summit, pass the turn. Tap land for our opponent. And passes. Well, Rootbound Crag, Sarkin. If you gotta negate, you gotta negate. Okay, just a radical idea. Discarding, nothing super relevant. So, let's loot. Discard Forest. Alright, Sulfur Falls. There's Enigma Drake. Well, we have an answer to that. Mountain, sure. Nicol Bolas. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Huh. Alright, let's play it safe-ish. Let's just Spitflame Enigma Drake. Loot with Sarkin. Discard the Swamp. Play Sulfur Falls. Pass the turn. Alright, chart a course. I guess one of the big upsides of this deck is we do kind of stonewall Arclights pretty well. Island for our opponent. Like, all of our things are just so big. There's more Enigma Drakes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we play Clifftop Retreat, take up 4. We play Dragon's Horde. Alright, so play Dragon's Horde. Take up for mana. Play Nicol Bolas. Opponent discards. We get back a Spitflame. And pass the turn. I mean, that's a big Enigma Drake, although Spitflame does take it down. Opponent's got a Beacon Bolt. Sure. Kill Sarkhan. Also sure. And passes. Well, let's just Spitflame. Kill Enigma Drake. Play a Mountain. Play Sarkhan. Loot with Sarkhan. See if we can draw into some more dragons. Radical idea, sure. Discard Steam Vents. Whoo! Oh, we need... Okay. So we need Sarkhan to live, or we need a blue source to get down Niv-Mizzet. Radical idea. Discards a mountain. Sure. I mean, Niv-Mizzet does die to Beacon Bolt, but still, we're going to draw some cards out of it. Opponent. Pass it. Ooh, that's what we wanted to see. All right, draw a card. Oh my god, and a Lathless. And a Varix. Good god. 1, 2. I mean, I think we just take up for mana. Blue, blue. Play Niv-Mizzet. Can't counter that. Get back Spitflame. Get a Dragon's Horde counter. And yeah, we'll pass. I mean, now we're on Dragon Overload. Our opponent can't kill it, but we get to draw a card. Ugh, Ral. That's a little worse. Ral kills it without us drawing a card. Well, do this. Dragon's Horde. Draw land. Ping Ral. Niv-Mizzet down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so Steam Vents untapped. Take up for mana. We're just going full-on dragon mode. Play Lathless. Get a counter. Play Varix. No kicker. Get a 5/5, get a 4/4, get 2 counters, and that's a lot of dragons. Even for a Ral, that's a lot of dragons. Alright, go ahead. Your go. 6, 10, 15, 3, 6. Oh, so we actually have lethal if our opponent does not mess with our board. I'm sure they will. We know they have a Beacon Bolt, but we could just pump for lethal next turn if they don't do anything. Takes up Ral. And we're drawing a lot of extra cards each turn, and we're pressuring with this Sarkhan too. Beacon Bolt takes down Lathless. Okay. Well, you got opponent. Lava Coil for Varix. Sure. So I get us down to just 1/5/5. But we're still drawing a lot of extra cards. So first we loot with Sarkhan. Discard this Ruptured Spire. Draw with Dragon's Horde. Alright. Well, we can't play that yet, but we will play a Dragon Sword. Kill Ral. And pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Sarkin's on 7! Niv-Mizzet in hand, and we have a Spitflame for protection. Our opponent's in some dire straits here. 5-color dragons. There's just so much power. The deck has so much power. Vote it. Yep. And they've had enough. They've had enough. Scoops it up. And after the mull to 5 in game 1, that was a pretty dominating performance by 5-color dragons, if I do say so myself. Just casting dragon after dragon. Standard decks aren't built to stop that. Sweet. Alright, Goldfish Gladiator time. We are playing some 5-color dragons. It's standard, and I mean, this hand's fine. Our mana's a little weird for settle, but we got Dragon Sword into Kobold Loss. That's something. Mountain. Alright, we're going to need some early game interaction. Swamp Go. Opponent. Mountain. Steamkin. Gets it. Play Sulfur Falls. This is a little awkward. We're kind of letting our opponent just go to town with their dorks. Well, we'll see. Dragon Sword. Mountain. Chain Whirler. Well, this would be a good turn to draw Deafening Clarion. That would make us very happy. We do have 4. Palladium Morse. Well, I guess we'll have to settle for land Kobold Loss. Make our opponent discard. Get a counter on Dragon Sword. Pass the turn. Opponent. Tags with everything. Well, we're going to block Runaway Steamkin. Chain Whirler is risky because of Lightning Strike. Yup. Alright. Well, there's Lightning Strike. Well, we get to draw a card. Sulfur Falls. I'll play the Forest, play Palladium Morse, which is at least a good blocker. Our opponent can't even do the trick with Chain Whirler. Since we got Hexproof until it deals damage. Chain Whirler, part 2. Yup. Whew. Alright. That is the draw we wanted. Almost exactly. So now we get to... Oh boy, there's our Clarion. That's what we were looking for. Deafening Clarion. Both modes. Sweep our opponent's board. We get lifelink. Go back up to 16. Play Sulfur Falls. That was a huge swing. Palladium Morse coming through. One of the Jake Dragons. Now our opponent's got to beat a 6/6. Firebrand. That does not do it. And we get to keep drawing Cough. Oh, Lord. Alright. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better by the moment. Well, get in for 6. Vigilance. Nice little upside. And then Niv-Mizzet. Bone it! They've had enough. They've had enough. Too many huge fires in a row. Oh, that was good. That was good. All right, in this matchup, we're going to go down the Chromium. We're going to go down 1 Varix. We're going to go down, I think, the Fight with Fire. We're going to go up 2 Moment of Cravings, 1 Lava Coil. And then, also interested in Death Gorge Scavenger. How do we make this work? What do we cut? What do we cut? Invoke the Divine, also kind of important. Shivan Fire, Moment of Craving, Lava Coil, Spit Flame, Deafening Clarion. Man, we got so many sweepers. I might actually go down to Settle for Death Gorge. Do we got to cut Lathless? I guess we do. Cut Lathless for Invoke the Divine. One of the easiest ways for us to lose this matchup is if our opponent sticks in Experimental Frenzy, so having some way to kill it Other than Vivictus, which is a nice upside. Vivictus does get rid of Experimental Frenzy. Man, this deck is sweet. 5-color Dragons is just, it's one of the most fun decks you could play. Opponent's on the play. Hopefully we get our early game removal. Deafening Clarion, I mean, Niv-Mizzet is kind of the... Well, we're going to keep this. As long as we draw land for Deafening Clarion, this is good. Niv-Mizzet is kind of the hot new card that we got from Guilds of Ravnica, but Deafening Clarion is insanely important for this deck. Well, Dragon Skull Summit. Alright, hopefully we don't get crushed by this Runaway Steamkin. Mountain, oh boy. White Source, off the top. Bone it. New. Well, play Dragon Skull Summit. Play Dragon Sword. Pass the turn. If they can grow their Steamkin to a 4/4, it dodges Deafening Clarion. Opponent gets in. Lightning Strike. Yup. Grows the dorks. Down to 10. I mean, we gotta go for it. Please work. Alright. Opponent's slow rolling one. Well, this time, being on the draw, it seems like our 5-color mana might have made us pay a price. Opponent gets in. Down to 3. And there's... Oh my god. Alright. Well, that was awkward. We will scoop it up. Yeah, that was awkward. Well, that was a really good hand for our opponent, and we did not draw any early game removal. We were leaning hard on our Deafening Clarion, but our mana was just a tiny bit too clunky. Which, admittedly, we're playing 5 colors. That is going to happen. We really want like a Shivan Fire Immortal Coil. Good news is, we're on the play for game 3. And that goes a long way towards us not getting run over on turn 2 or 3 like we had that game. And this deck is fun because every time you start a new game, you get to wish for a functional hand. The good hands are incredibly powerful. Some of the best hands you'll get out of any standard deck. However, we do lose to ourselves on occasion by mulliganing and having bad mana. Definitely playing first. Like this, for example, if we had 2 lands, this hand is... Oh, no. Oh, this is exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes this happens. Yeah. Alright. Well, if we hit our lands, this could work. Swamp's got to go bottom. We need not that land. Well, I'm not super comfortable. The Clarions are good, but we need the right mana to even cast them. Runaway. Lava Runner. Well, now I wish we had kept the Swamp. If I knew we were going to have a Dragon Sword off the top. Opponent, Mountain. Gets in for 1. Treasure Map. Land, please. Oh, this mana. Alright. Well, Ruptured Spire means our mana is going to be good moving forward. Opponent, Upkeep Scry. Yup. Draws. Land. Pyromancer. Down to 17. Alright, Dragon Sword go. We're going to take our beats one more turn. Opponent. Upkeep stop set. No scry. Gets in. Down to 13. Passes. Alright, so now we Dragon Sword. Lava Coil Pyromancer. Pass the turn. We got the hordes, but we got no dragons. And our opponent's about to flip this treasure map. Opponent. Scries. Flips. Bottoms. Tops. It looked like bottom, but it was not. Alright. Chain Whirler. Okay. That's actually pretty fine, because we got a million Deafening Clarions. Pona hits us. I'll play Dragon Sword. Number 3. Oh my god, would we love a dragon. Deafening Clarion. Sweep the board. Still at 11. Come on, no Frenzy. We don't have an answer to Frenzy. We really need our opponent to not have a Frenzy, and we need to draw a dragon. Any dragon will do. Opponent has the Frenzy. Well, now Invoke the Divine or Vivictus is what we really want. Steep Kid. Opponent passes. Well, alright. Niv-Mizzet. Niv-Mizzet resolves. We get a million Dragon Sword. Oh, we're going to get to gain a lot of life next turn, potentially. That is a dragon. Well, let's see how good this Frenzy is. Opponent passes. Alright, what do you got, opponent? What do you got? How much can you Frenzy? Lightning Strike. Niv-Mizzet. Well, kill Steam Kid. Oh, they're going face. Okay. Down to 8. Draws a card. Mountain. Opponent passes. Oh boy. Okay. So, ping our opponent. Deafening Clarion. Give Niv-Mizzet lifelink. Ping our opponent. Get in with Niv-Mizzet. Gain some life. Draw with Dragon Sword. Ping our opponent. Gain some life. Play Clifftop Retreat. Pass the turn, leave up Moment of Craving. Wow, gives up on the Frenzy. Oh man. That was not a good Frenzy. And we have another Deafening Clarion for next turn. Boat it. Kicks a fight. No, does not kick a fight with fire. Alright, fight with fire. Well, we will ping our opponent. Draw a card. Alright, sure. We're going to leave up our Dragon's Horde rather than deal damage. Mountain. Well, draw a card. Draw a card. Dragon. Dragon. I got tons of removal. Alright, so let's play Sarkin. Discard a Clifftop Retreat. Play Dragon Skull Summit. And let's just pass. I think leaving up our removal is better than running out Nicole Bolas here. Opponent untaps. Legion War Boss. Well, Moment of Craving. Up to 16. Mountain. Opponent passes. I'll take up for mana. Blue, black. Run out Nicole Bolas. Make our opponent discard. Get a bunch of Dragon's Horde counters. Play Dragon Skull Summit. Pass the turn. Same plan, same plan. Leave up our removal. And I think we might have gotten there. We're back up to 16, so even like Banefire and Fight with Fires don't really get us. Alright, Lava Coil takes down Nicole Bolas. That's fine. Ugh, another Frenzy. Well, that's not good. Draw a card. Plains. Draw a card. Mountain. Draw a card. Wow. Triple land. That's less than ideal. Mountain. Lava Runner. Opponent. Attacks. Well, Moment of Craving. Get rid of Lava Runner. Dragon. Death Gorge Scavenger, eh? Well, loot with Sarkid. Discard Dragon Skull Summit. More removal. Play the Mountain. Oh, we really wanted a dragon there. Play Death Gorge Scavenger. Eat. I guess Chain Whirler. And pass the turn. Not a great time to whiff on dragons. We really wanted to keep these dragon hordes going. Opponent. Treasure Map. And that's good with the Frenzy. Pyromancer. Head Sarkid. Legion War Boss. Alright, so let's Shiv and Fire. Kill War Boss. Opponent gets to Scry. Boy, do we need a dragon. Scry's to the bottom. Opponent's passing. Dragon. Lava Coil. Well, loot with Sarkid. Discard the plains. Draw land. Lava Coil, Pyromancer. Go to combat. Attack. Eat a Steamkin. Up to 22. Man, we needed a dragon. Pass the turn. Opponent. Pyromancer, part 2. Yup. Hit Sarkid. Mountain. Lava Runner. Pyromancer. Well, this is a frenzy, if I've ever seen one. Man, we need basically any dragon. Treasure Map. Any dragon will do. To the bottom. Lava Coil Death Gorge. Well, we're going to try to keep Sarkin alive, just for looting purposes. Kill the Lava Runner. We need just as many looks as possible to hit a dragon. Land. Loot with Sarkin. Discard Rootbound Crag. Sarkin. What do we do? Well, that's Deafening Clarion. Clear the board. Play Sulphur Falls. Pass the turn. Oh, we just can't find a dragon? We can't find a dragon! Mountain. Well, let's see how good of a frenzy opponent gets. Flips Treasure Map, so that's done-ish. Although they can draw with Treasure Map now. Lava Runner. Draws a card. Trying to keep the frenzy going. Gets in a Sarkid. Yup. Alright, so play Sarkid. Loot with Sarkid. Discard Lava Coil. Dragon's Horde. This is getting ridiculous. Play Dragon's Horde. How can we not draw a dang dragon? We've went through so... How many dragons have we drawn? Pass the turn. One? We've drawn a single dragon. Is that correct? 2. We've drawn 2! Oh, this is unfortunate. This is very unfortunate. Sarkin down. Oh, this is oh, boy. Our deck has so many dragons. The fact that we cannot find them is a little bit insane. Opponent gets in for 2. Deafening Clarion. Wow. This feels a little bit against the odds. We even know we have a swamp on the bottom. How can we not draw a dang dragon? Once we draw a dragon, we draw 4 cards and we win the game. We haven't found it. Oh, this is a brutal loss. This is like the worst loss I can imagine. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Sacks a treasure, draws a card. Lightning strikes our face down to 16. Runaway Steam Kid, sure. Frenzy it up, opponent. Frenzy it up. I don't know about another Frenzy. That makes it harder to ever get rid of the Frenzies. Dragon. Alright. It's a Nicobo loss. Play Nicobo loss. Opponent discards. Decline. One, two, three, four, five. All right, play Rootbound Crag. Transform Nicobo loss. Reanimate Niv-Mizzet. Decline. Get 1,000,000 Dragon Sword counters. Dragon Sword, draw a card. Ping Steam Kid. Dragon Sword, draw a card. What a crazy game. And there's Vivictus, Ping Steam Kid. Alright, opponent, kill us. Kill us if you can. Double Frenzy means they are locked to the top of their deck. Mountain. If we untap, we win. They gotta kill Nicobolas in a minimum. Or Niv-Mizzet at a minimum. I think that second Frenzy might be very bad for our opponent. Baneflayer is not lethal. Although it's getting close. But they need it on top of their deck. And they only have 12 cards left. What a weird game. Our opponent has played through basically their entire deck. And they're not just winning. Kicks a fight with fire. We'll ping our opponent. Yep. Man, that's fortunate that that was on top of their deck. Opponent passes. I'll draw a card. Yes! Yes! There it is! Dargos? 7/7 Flying Trample Haste? Opponent's at 7? The right dragon for the right moment to close out this insane game? An opponent! They see what's happening and scoop it up! What a game! What a game! Our opponent played their entire deck, but dragons, too good! 5-color dragons! That's the beauty of this 5-color dragon deck, is there's really a dragon for everything. While it took us a while to get going, because we did nothing in the mid-game, eventually we have the lethal flag dragon. We got Palladia, the impenetrable wall dragon. Vivictus, the kill your experimental frenzy dragon. Alright, dragons. Dragons. Sweet. Alright, Goldfish Gladiator time. We are playing some more 5-color dragons in Standard, and I love this deck. Ugh, I do not love this hand. We have been doing a lot of mulliganing. Well, we're going to keep this. Scry the land to the top. Man, that's a lot of tap lands. Steam Vents. Alright, so let's Clifftop Retreat, go. I mean, we get down Sarkin on time. Unfortunately, okay, Jeskai. Jeskai control? Well, Ruptured Spire. Pay for it. Sarkin is good against control if we can sneak it in. It could be like Jeskai mid-range. Glacial Fortress. Well, Island Sarkin. No counter. No counter. They always have a counter. They always have a counter. Sinister Sabotage. The main problem is Teferi. If they get down to Teferi, we're in all kinds of bad shape. Especially with this hand, which we have a lot of cards that are dead against control. Island. Opponent passes. Well, Sulfur falls. Go. No Teferi, please. Chemister's Insight. Draw some cards. Okay. Opponent. Yeah. Thinking. Land. Passes. I'll play the Swamp. Somewhat a disappointing land because it does not help us cast Niv-Mizzet. We're still 2 lands away. Pass the turn. Chemister's Insight. Draws some cards. Opponent. Tap land. Passes. Now, play Sarkhan. Opponent's got 7 cards. They gotta have a counter. Syncopate. Alright. We probably should have full control on. I think that just told our opponent that we don't have a counter, because it didn't even give us a chance to respond. So now our opponent knows that the coast is clear to slam Teferi. If they play a Teferi here, I'm going to think we... Alright, Crackling Drake. Well, that's less devastating than Teferi. Steam Vents. Alright, so let's... Lava Coil, Crackles. Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. So we need one more blue or red source to get down Niv-Mizzet. Glacial Fortress. Opponent passes. Alright. Clifftop Retreat. Niv-Mizzet. Resolves. Opponent untaps. Cleansing Nova. Well, we get to draw a card. Well, ping our opponent. And opponent. Island. Well, play Dragon Skull Summit. And, yeah, I mean, Dargaz. Might as well. They probably have a counter. We haven't been able to stick any of our card advantage stuff, unfortunately. More Syncopates. Yup. Well, pass the turn. If our opponent ever draws Teferi, I think we lose. Niv-Mizzet. That's bad. That's really bad. Well, Spit Flame. Opponent draws. Oh boy, we're giving our opponent so many cards. Deafening Clarion. Actually, play the Plains. Deafening Clarion. Opponent draws. Oh, we're getting out Dragoned, and we're the Dragon deck. Pass the turn. Alright. Opponent untaps. Million cards in hand. Teferi. I mean, we'll draw. Yeah, we're gonna scoop. There's no way we win from here, honestly. Well, good news is we get to take out a lot of bad cards and hopefully bring in at least some reasonable cards. Expansion Explosion, Eldest Reborn, Negate. So we got to go down Shivan Fires. We got to go down probably Lava Coils. I think, well, definitely Deafening Clarions. We can bring in Vraska's Contempt. We don't really want Settle the Wreckage either. I guess Lava Coil's okay. Lava Coil kills drakes at least, and we do want to kill drakes, although Spitflame also does. Let's go Lava Coil, Lava Coil, Death Gorge, Death Gorge. Alright. Well, try it like that. We get some counters, we get some more big stuff, and more importantly, we get rid of all the dead stuff. That's the biggest problem. Our opening hand just had so many cards that are not good against control. Alright. Well, we play first. Unfortunately, we got all of our removal again. We have 2 Spitflames, 2 Lava Coils. Why do we have them in our opening hand? Magic gods. Well, we gotta hope that we resolve Sarkhan. That's our main hope here. If we get down Sarkhan, life goes pretty smoothly. And being on the play does help. It means our opponent needs Syncopate, and they can't have their other counters. Sulfur Falls, go. Like, Sarkhan discarded Spitflame is such a big swing in our favor. Bonnet. Clifftop Retreat passes. Well, Forest, Sarkhan. You got the Syncopate? Opt. Alright, Sarkhan resolving! Hooray! That's what we wanted. So Sarkhan down. Discard Spitflame since we get it back anyway. Land is fine. We do want to hit our land drops. Sulfur Falls. Legion Warboss. Alright, opponent gets a 1-1. That's some sneaky sideboarding. Well, good thing we still have our battery. Oh boy. Alright. Dragon Skull Summit. Mana. Lathless. Can't get back Spitflame yet. Alright, opponent, can you kill a 6/6? Glacial Fortress. Oh, they can. Ixalan's binding opponent. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. Opponent's got all the answers. They get to kill Sarkhan? Oh, wow. Wow. Sideboard cards! We're getting got by the sideboard cards really brutally. Yeah, we lose Sarkhan. Well, we draw Nicol Bolas. Opponent's got a discard. We can't get back Spitflame. Man, this Legion Warboss has been brutal. Sideboard trickery coming through for our opponent. I mean, also, wow. They left in Deafening Clarion? Jeez. Opponent. Attacks, attacks, attacks. Well. Kill that. Take our beats. Opponent passes. Let's Lava Coil Warboss. Opponent's got the counter. Mills a Chemister's Insight. Well, play our land, pass the turn. No attacks. Opponent. Whew, Lord. Well, I guess we should have brought in Invoke the Divines. Apparently our opponent's just all about the Ixalan's bindings. Interesting. Not a very popular card because it's very bad against Golgari. Huh. Well, I think they got us with their sneaky sideboard plan. Huh. So play the Mountain. Play Sarkhan. Loot. Discard Eldest Reborn. Play Deathgorge Scavenger. Get rid of Chemist's Insight. But I think it's just too late. Ha! Huh. Okay, well, I mean, good sideboard plan, I guess. Kind of hilarious that this spiraled out of control with our opening hand. Bone it. Tapping some mana manually. Chemist's Insight. Okay. Land. Makes a token. Yeah, we took out our sweepers, so we don't really have a way to deal with this. Opponent attacks. 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 Well, kill a goblin. Lose our Sarkid. We can't Daragaz yet. Play Dragon Sword. Yeah, we should have sideboarded differently. We should have brought in Invoke the Divine. I guess we can't attack. This lets our opponent draw cards, though. Opponent finds removal, and we scoop it up. Well, that was unfortunate. I'm not sure what to say about that one. Other than our opponent's sideboarding plan worked very well against our deck. I mean, also our opponent, they kind of drew mono sideboard cards, which a little bit unfortunate. Usually those decks, if they're playing Ixalan's Binding, they might have a max of 2 in the sideboard and none in the main deck because it's so bad. 1 to 2 in the sideboard, and then most of the decks do not play Legion Warboss, but if they do, they might have 3. So I don't know. Maybe we should have sideboarded differently. It's also possible that we just really got bit hard by the variance bug, with our opponent drawing just all of their perfect sideboard cards in the same match. So, I mean, what can you do? Alright, Goldfish Gladiator time. We are playing some 5-color dragons. And opponent winning the die roll. Well, alright. Could use some of our ramp. Forest for our opponent, Llanowar Elves. Well, thankfully, we have a Shivan Fire for that. Opponent. Forest. Branchwalker goes exploring. Hits a Black Source. Well, Steam Vent's tapped. Come on. Give us a Dragon's Order or something so we can start casting dragons. Opponent gets in for 2. Tap land. More Branchwalkers. Wild Growth Walker on top. Mills it. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We have not drawn a single off-color land. Not good. Not good. Well, nice fast start for our opponent, I guess. Mills a Llanowar Elves, hits a land. Man. Explorer's a good mechanic. Oh, what a joke. Yeah, alright. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, the downside of 5 colors, you get a lot of power, but you also have some mana issues sometimes. And that was a pretty good example of our mana really wrecking us. Go down the Settle the Wreckages, go up the Negates. And maybe go down like a Varix for Eldest Reborn. And Chromium for Eldest Reborn and just run it like that. Alright. Here we go. On to game 2. We will definitely play. Well, this is a combination of lands that actually lets us cast stuff. So we will keep Steam Vents, Opponent, Forest, Well, let's Ruptured Spire. Pass the turn. Woodland Cemetery. Opponent passing. Well, play the Is It lands first. Sulfur Falls, go. Swamp for our opponent. And there's a Jadelight Ranger. Opponent's probably got a handful of Planeswalkers. Cast down. Gonna leave it. Okay. Well, Sulfur Falls, Nicole Bolas. Make our opponent discard. And Cast Down doesn't kill that. Or hardly any of our creatures. I think all of our dragons are legends. Opponent. Getting in with Jadelight. Yeah, no blocks. Well, okay. Assassin's Trophy at least gets us a land. We will take a... We can cast all of our stuff, right? Black, yeah. Alright, so take a... Mountain. Opponent plays a forest. Well, that makes things even easier. Play the swamp. Nicole Bolas, part 2. It might seem like it would make sense to play Lathliss first, but Nicole Bolas here also lets us leave up Negate. Opponent gets rid of the cast down. To counter like a Vivian Reed or something. Another Jadelight. Forest, Seeker Squire Milled. Opponent. Land, gets in. No blocks. Opponent passes. What do we want to do? Flipping is appealing, but it might let our opponent get back like a Vraska. I guess we can flip and kill Jadelight Ranger. Yeah, let's unclaim territory on Dragon. Transform. Kill Jadelight. And pass the turn. Bonnet. Getting in at Nicole Bolas. Yup. Down to 1. Swamp. Carnage Tyrant. Okay. I'll draw 2 cards. Red. Red, 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 blue, blue, blue. So we can't leave up Negate. So I think our plan here is play the plains. Play Lathliss. Pass the turn. Leave up our Negate for a Planeswalker. Vivian Reed, for example. Forest for our opponent. If they attack Nicole Bolas, we're going to let it go. Wow. All right. Draw 2. Play Sulfur Falls. Play... Play Niv-Mizzet. Make a dragon. Get in with Lathliss. Hit our opponent. And, yeah, pass the turn. Now I feel like we're in pretty good shape. Just too many dragons. Ravenous Chupacabra. Probably going to hit Niv-Mizzet. Alright, so Shiv and Fire. Hit Jade Light. Draw a card. Ping our opponent. Yep, Niv-Mizzet down. And opponent! They've had enough. They've had enough. Too many dragons. Too many dragons. Well, that went pretty well. That went pretty well. We even survived the Carnage Tyrant, thankfully, which is kinda important. Man, Deafening Clarion, it's a little... Man, maybe we should have a couple settles. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Shiv and Fire's like a necessary evil. Let's go down Deafening Clarion for settle and one Dragon's Horde for settle. Since Dragon's Horde dies to the Planeswalkers anyway. Alright, Game 3 against Taco Knight. We are on the draw. Let's see what this hand looks like. Huh. Mana's rough skis. We're going to mulligan. Alright, well. We'll keep the removal. Untap land. That must be land. Oh, duress. Ugh. Well, we really wanted that Sarkin. That was the card that kind of made this entire hand. Wow. Okay. Opponent's not concerned about Sarkin. Well, Steam Vents go. Interesting. Woodland Cemetery. Opponent passes. Well, that's Ruptured Spire. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. Passes. Well, play Sulfur Falls. Play Sarkin. Loot with Sarkin. Discard the Swamp. Into a Plains. Alright. Opponent passes. Elvish Rejuvenator. Does a little bit of ramping. This would be a nice turn for a dragon. Spitflame. Well, discard the Plains. Draw Vivictus. Play Sulfur Falls. Pass the turn. Oh man, and our opponent whiffed on lands. That's good. Duress. Resolves. Takes Eldest Reborn. Opponent. Combat. Gets in a Sarkin shirt. Down to 4. And passes. Well, take up for mana. And run out Vivictus. If our opponent has to Assassin's Trophy it, it's not the absolute end of the world. Alright, there's Assassin's Trophy. Grab a mountain. There's more dragons where that came from. Opponent. Yeah, attack Sarkin. Alright, we'll take 1. Opponent passes. Negate's not bad, so let's loot with Sarkin. Discard Fight with Fire. Ooh, Nicobol loss. Yeah, let's pass. Yeah, let's pass. We're going to pass. Next turn, we can take up Sarkin for mana and still leave up Negate. We just really don't want our opponent to get down a Planeswalker. Like Vraska. So negate Vraska. And now we might as well Spit Flame. Since we can get it back anyway. Opponent passes. Loot with Sarkin. Discard Shiv and Fire. Nicobolas. Opponent's got a discard. If there's a Nullhide Ferox, I'm gonna cry. This deck usually does not have Nullhide Ferox. They got too many spells and Planeswalkers. Alright, discard's fine. Finality. We get back a Spitflame. And dragons might have taken control here. Elvish Rejuvenator betraying our opponent really hurt them. Alright, Chupacabra, sure. Takes down Nicobolas. Passes. Ooh. Well, let's tick up for mana. Nicobolas. Make our opponent discard. Leave up Spitflame. And now we have Sarkhan Ultimate with protection if our opponent has a removal spell. And that should be enough. Fine, Broker. That's literally fine. Duh. And very unbroke. Gets back Vraska. Yup. Opponent. Passing. Well, Spitflame, fine, Broker. Well, this is pretty easy. Easy choice. Run out Dragon's Horde. Ultimate Sarkhan. Make a lot of big dragons. Yeah, we'll get back Spitflame, sure. Sure. Why not? Yup. Spitflame returns, and I think that does it. We have a million counters on our Dragon's Horde. We get in with Nicobolas. We might as well draw a card in case we hit a land that we want to play. Dragon's Horde. Sure. And what do you say, opponent? The nice thing about these is they're 5/5, so they even dodge Fine Finality on Wrath mode, and our opponent scoops it up. Well, opponent betrayed by Rejuvenator, and dragons taking out the win. Sweet. All right. Goldfish Gladiator time. Oh, we're up against dash. Playing some more 5-color dragons. My favorite deck in Standard. Oh, I love this deck. It's just so much fun. All right. Mountain Go. This ends fine. A little Dragon Light, but we do have a Dragon's Horde and 2 sweepers, potentially. There's a dragon. Clifftop Retreat. Go. Well, this works out pretty good. All right. Opponent's on Abzan, by the looks. Runs out. Well, I'm glad they ran that out. We have a lot of flyers. Well, Sulphur Falls, Dragon's Horde. We'll see what our opponent does. Opponent duresses. All right, well, that makes it easier. If they ran out a creature, it might have been right to Spitflame and wait on Nicobolas, but, well, they take Deafening Clarion. I guess it still might be right. Opponent plays a Plains. Gets it. Passes. Let's just play dragons. Unclaimed territory. On dragon. Yeah, let's just Nicobolas. That's fine. I think Nicobolas draw a card. Opponent discards a card. That's got to be better than Spitflame pass. Get back Spitflame with Nicobolas. Takali Honor Guard. Yeah, not great against our deck, really. It shuts down a few things like Nicobolas, but really, it doesn't shut down much. Opponent has Plaguecrafter. Alright, well, there goes Nikki B. Opponent, gonna get in. Well, there's plenty of dragons where that came from. Let's draw a card. Also plenty of lands, apparently. Opponent. Isolated Chapel. Deafening Clarion. Well, play Dragon Skull Summit. We would really like another dragon. That would make us happy. Any dragon. Especially, I guess, Niv-Mizzet, but any dragon will do. Ew. That's annoying. Well, I mean, we're going to Spitflame. We lose our Dragon's Horde forever. Well, now we would love a Sarkin. That would be our best draw. Especially if our opponent... Oh my god, more lands. Dragon Skull Summit. Go. That's actually kind of obnoxious. Opponent. A Planeswalker would be pretty bad for us. Beast Whisper, that's not the end of the world. Well, this is not full value by any stretch, but we're not going to let our opponent start drawing. We have many Settle the Wreckages that we can't cast. Oh, this hand's not good. Untitled Vanguard. And more? No. Well, Sulfur Falls go. Awkward. The Ixalan's Binding. And also our complete and utter lack of... Oh my goodness. Oh, it's getting worse. Immortal Sun. Opponent gets in. Down to 10. Clifftop Retreat, go. Opponent draws more cards. Yikes. This has not went ideally. Opponent. What one do they know about? Do we know? They know about one of them. Hopefully we chose wisely. So get rid of Untitled Vanguard. Yup. Dragon. We need a dragon. Alright. Nicole Bolas is a dragon. Little bit less good because of this Immortal Sun on the battlefield. We get back a Spitflame, though, which is helpful. Opponent discards a land. We get back Spitflame. Pass the turn. Yeah, Immortal Sun means Planeswalker Nicole Bolas. Not particularly good here. We really want a Niv. Niv is the Planeswalker, or the dragon that we want. 1, 2, 3. We do have the mana to cast it. Opponent drawing extra card each turn is... Ugh. Ooh, Sax Memorial to get back Beast Whisper. Interesting. Draws an extra card. Yep. Well, we have some good sideboard options for this deck. Beast Whisperer. Well, kill Beast Whisperer. Lose Nicole Bolas again. Play Crafter. Opponent. Resplendent. Oh my god, it keeps getting worse. Well, we're going to play Vivictus. We're going to get back Spitflame. Unfortunately, Resplendent Angel Pump is pretty obnoxious. This does potentially let us get rid of things like the Immortal Sun, though. Opponent. Gets in. No blocks. You want to make an angel, make an angel. We'll take the beats. They do. Alright. Down to 4. Angel made. Tocatli Honor Guard. Makes an angel. One, two, three, four, five, six. Alright, so I guess we... How do we not die? The dream is that we Lathless. I guess Tocatli Honor Guard stops it. Alright, so go to combat. Actually, let's... 1, 2, 3. Kill Tocatli Honor Guard. Go to combat. Attack. Get rid of the swamp. Get rid of Immortal Sun. Oh my god. Opponent gets a Beast Whisper. We get a tapped land of Vivictus. Vivictus, why? That was not exactly how we were hoping that would go. I mean, getting rid of the Immortal Sun is good. We're dead to a duress. Opponent. Attacks. Well, I mean, settle the wreckage. Opponent. Well, let's see how far they can go with Beast Whisper. We do have an active Evictus. Adonto Vanguard. Draws a card. Oh, Beast Whisper. Oh, lordy. That was a pretty rough flip. I have to admit. Hitting a land while our opponent got a Beast Whisper is kind of the nightmare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, play Lathlis. Get back Spitflame. Pass the turn. Hope for no horrible things to happen. All these main deck Ixalan's bindings. More Immortal Suns. Sure, why not? And a Nullhide Ferox to draw a card. Okay. That's a 7/7. Land. Opponent. Passes. Sarkin. I think we need to hit a dragon here. Play Sarkin. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're dead. Immortals. All right, let's bring in some sideboard cards. Our opponent is playing a surprising number of Ixalan's bindings. So against this deck, we need to change things up a bit. We need to Invoke the Divines. We want... Man, they have Nullhide Ferox too. What is going on in this deck? What is happening? What is happening? Deafening Clarion's a little hit or miss here. As is... Let's go down Shivan Fire, Shivan Fire, Shivan... Wow, they probably have Llanowar. Oh my god. Alright, go down one Varix. Go down a Settle. Go down a couple Deafening Clarions. Go down Chromium. Go down a Shivan Fire for a Lava Coil. And I really want one more Expansion Explosion, I think. Invoke the Divines are going to be helpful. That's for sure. I really want this other Expansion Explosion. Alright, let's go down one Dragon Sword. I don't like cutting a Dragon Sword, but with our opponent having infinite Immortal Sud somehow. So many bindings. Alright, we get to play first. Well, alright. This is not a super exciting hand, but we do have a Spitflame. And Palladia is a pretty good wall, at least. Found it. Thinking things over. Well, Steam Band's tapped. With this deck, if our mana's reasonable, it's hard not to keep it. Tap land. Ooh, Sarkin's good. Dragon Skull Summit, go. Sun Petal Grove, Thorn Lieutenant. I'll play Clifftop Retreat. Play Sarkin. Loot with Sarkin. Discard Spitflame. Ooh, Dragon Sword. Alright, what do you got, opponent? Tap land. Gets into Sarkin. Sure. And passes. Well, step one, play the Island. Add mana with Sarkin. Green, white. And we're just going to play Palladia. No Spit Flame. Plague Crafter is still obnoxious, but... Planes for our opponent. Going to Ixalan's Binding our Sarkin. Okay. And passes. I'll play the Forest. Play Dragon's Horde. I mean, we might as well start trying to kill our opponent. Hit our opponent for 6. We do lose our Hexproof, but we're kind of okay with Palladium Wars. If something's going to get bound. Alright. Yep. Opponent gets it. I'll play the Mountain. Play the Victus. We have so many dragons. Might as well get back Spitflame. I mean, sooner or later they're going to run out of ways to kill our dragons. They've already went through 2 bindings. They got to run out sooner or later. And we have Hasty Dargaz coming down. With our opponent at 14, that's only 2 attacks. So we might be getting there. The Victus to get rid of Ixalan's Binding would be so good. That's what we really want. Sunpetal Grove. Trostani. Okay. We can deal with Trostani. Yup. And Invoke the Divine. Good lord. Well. Go to combat. Attack. Sack our forest. Get rid of Ixalan's Binding. So we get a Niv-Mizzet, but flip our opponent into the Immortal Sun. Thankfully, we have Invoke the Divine. So... Actually, yeah, let's Invoke the Divine. Blow up Immortal Sun. Ping a token. Loot with Sarkin. Discard Ruptured Spire. Ping a token. Spitflame. Trostani. Ping our opponent. And pass the turn. That was a good turn. Flipping our opponent into the Mortal Sun was bad, but our sideboard cards coming through. And opponent, they've had enough. Too many dragons, even with double Ixalan's Binding. Too many dragons for our opponent to deal with. This is a weird matchup. I almost feel like we could use negates. Going down the settles means we risk losing to tokens if they have March of the Multitudes, which would make sense. I guess we need to leave at least 2 settles. We haven't seen much that Shivan Fire hits, honestly. At least without kicker. Yeah, let's go down Shivan Fire for negates. Run it like that. We really do want to stop Immortal Sun, and more answers to Ixalan's Binding is not bad. Alright, we're on the draw. Please no Llanowar Elf. We just took out all of our early game Llanowar Elf removal. That would be a way we would get behind. Alright, what do you got, opponent? Alright, we're going to keep this on the draw. We need one red source for Sarkhan, and then this hand's great. We also have a couple of good sideboard cards. That's a red source. Alright, Steam Vent's tapped. This Deafening Clarion could be sneaky good here, too. So I'm for our opponent and Adonto Vanguard. Well, Dragon Skull Summit, go. Opponent, getting in. 4-3. Yup. Forest. Passes. Well, play the Plains, play Sarkhan. Loot with Sarkhan. Discard Sarkhan. Well, we got a lot of lava coils. We did not hit a land, though. Opponent has Ixalan's Binding. Yup. Well, Sarkhan down for now. Gets in with Vanguard. We draw land. It's a land. Alright, so let's just play the Mountain. Get down to Kobolas. Make our opponent discard. Also gives us a good blocker. You gotta be kidding. No! No one plays Nullhide Ferox! That's not a thing! It's not. Oh my god, it's not a thing. Oh my lord almighty. Alright. Well, that's game, boys and girls. That's game. Nullhide Ferox. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, that's... Sure. Well, you live by the dragons, you die by the one person in Magic Arena playing Nullhide Ferox. Oh my god! Well, I mean, I guess if people start playing dragons, man, that deck is weird. That deck seems so it has some odd choices for the meta, but alright. Got us. It lined up very well with us. So why don't we learn this week about 5-color dragons in Standard, and overall, the deck is pretty good. We played 5 matches on video. We won 3 of them, so 3-2. Although we actually played and beat Izzet Drakes a second time. It seems like whenever I play the ladder on Arena, I tend to run into Izzet Drakes a lot for some reason. And I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's one of the better decks in Standard. But we beat it a second time, so overall, 4-2 with 5-color dragons. And I mean, we really saw the good and the bad of the deck. The good of the deck is it is amazingly powerful and also surprisingly explosive. Thanks to Sarkhan and Dragon Sword, we are able to slam really good cards really early in the game, and it's a lot for most decks to keep up with. Even against aggro decks, we're able to keep pace a lot of the time. On the other hand, we do lose to ourselves on occasion. Having 5 colors of mana, we're really depending on Dragon Sword and Sarkhan, and if we don't find a Dragon Sword or Sarkhan, things can go bad in a hurry as we just can't cast our spells. So the deck is definitely ambitious mana-wise, although it's worth mentioning it will get better once we get Ravnica Allegiance and the rest of the shocklands. Then our mana base is going to look really sweet. And I do have a bit of regret with the mana base. The biggest regret is probably should not have played the 3 non-mountain, non-island basics. Probably should have played the forest, the plains, or the swamp. In theory, like, someone could Field of Ruin you and you can get them. But actually, because of Niv-Mizzet in specific, there were a couple of games where we had to play Niv-Mizzet with 7 mana instead of 6 mana because we had one of those off-color basics. So I feel like that was a bit of a mistake to play a basic of every color. So that would be one slight thing to change. I would probably just play more buddy lands, like instead of the plains, play the Clifftop Retreat or a Glacial Fortress or something. So it's a pretty easy fix there. But the deck, it's really solid, and it's super fun to play. Of course, it does take a lot of wild cards. Unfortunately, all of the dragons are either rare or mythic, with many of them being mythic. Sarkhan is a mythic. Dragon Sword is also a rare. Deafening Clarion, Spitflame, even our removal and sweepers are rare. So it's going to cost an ungodly amount of wild cards to build this deck if you don't have a collection. But man, is it a really fun deck to play. If you have the wild cards and just love playing huge creatures, doing really powerful things, drawing tons of cards, oh man, I just have a blast playing the deck. It's one of my favorite decks to play in Standard, and like I said, I'm going to keep tweaking it, tuning the mana base, but I'm really happy with the deck outside of the mana base. The dragons are all really good. Even the one-of dragons are really situationally good. We saw Vivictus being absurd in certain situations, doing things no other dragon could do. We won a game because we top-decked a Daragaz, reincarnated one of our probably weaker dragons, but in the right situation, it's suddenly the best dragon in our deck. Lathliss going super wide to get around removal. All of the dragons are really good in the right scenario, so the dragons kind of just have an answer for everything. We have generically good dragons like Niv-Mizzet and Nicole Bolas, but the rest of the dragons, even if they're not quite as busted in a vacuum as Niv-Mizzet or Nicole Bolas, they are all very broken in the right scenario. So the big new addition from Guilds of Ravnica, Deafening Clarion, it's hard to overstate how important that is for the deck. It is so good in this deck, and it even takes advantage of the lifelink mode better than most decks that just might play it as a random sweeper, like a Anger of the Gods effect. And then Niv-Mizzet is just so good. So if you're looking to have some fun on Magic Arena and got the wild cards to spend, I would definitely recommend 5-color dragons. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to play some crazy games, cast some really powerful things, see a whole bunch of different cards. There's almost some sense of like commander-like feel to the deck. With so many 1 and 2 of dragons, you see a lot of different things in different situations, and all of them are really powerful. Plus, being in 5 colors, we have sideboard cards for every scenario. Every color doing something that the other colors don't do well, with Moment of Craving for aggro, and Death Gorge for graveyards, and Evoke the Divine to deal with artifacts and enchantments, and Planeswalker removal and Vraska's Contempt, and Expansion Explosion and negates from blue. So you really get everything by going 5 colors. So I really enjoyed the deck. It's super fun to play. It's more competitive than you'd think when you just hear 5 colors, and that's mostly because the power level is just incredibly high. Card for card, this deck has as much power as basically any deck in the Standard format, and Sarkhan Dragonsword make it so explosive that we can even keep up with the aggro decks despite our high converted mana cost. So I love the dragon deck. I definitely would recommend it if you got the wild cards to spend. So anyway, that's been our Goldfish Gladiators for this week. 5-color dragons for Standard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.